Hey guys, Opal here and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm doing a build in the Plaza floating island, which is so exciting. We have rotation 16 degrees, which is also so exciting. Basically for this build I really just wanted to use the new house skin that we got, this little greenhouse house skin. I really wanted to build on the Plaza island so bad. This is going to be, I think, my favorite biome ever. It's just so easy to decorate on these floating islands. I thought this was going to be a tough build, but everything flowed so naturally, especially having all of these new items from Storybook Vale. All of the foliage has just been so beautiful to build with, and then on top of that having rotation is just amazing. So this build is obviously just inspired by this greenhouse. I really wanted to do a sort of mystical, kind of magical, fairy kind of style, but I didn't want to use any of the fairy houses. I just really wanted it to be very airy, floral and pretty, and I feel like we really did get that with this build. So yeah, my favorite thing I would say now with the rotation and everything is being able to rotate these little fences that we got in the Storybook Vale. I think they look so cute when they're kind of used like this, sort of like an entrance way. I just think it's really cute. I also absolutely love how we can now rotate these little paths, and they're so much more versatile now. I feel like I'm going to use them so much. These and the rocky terrain, and then also the little gravel pieces that we got with Storybook Vale. Anyways, this build I decided to add in the bakery house skin because I think these two just have the same sort of style. I really wanted to do a little cafe area too and just have some really cute food out on the table. So I used this Mirabelle table. It's one of my favorite tables to use. I feel like it's very versatile because it can be used in quite rustic builds, but also quite pretty builds. I feel like it just works really well in lots of different scenarios. The chairs don't really line up properly, but I just kind of pushed the middle ones out so they look like they're just being used or something. And then I use lots and lots of pretty kind of dessert items. One thing I will say is with the rotation, having a table rotated makes it really hard for items to actually fill the spots. Sometimes you can't fill them at all, which is really weird. Yeah, that's something I've noticed. It's usually one spot on the table that doesn't work, and only some of the rotation angles. So that's something to keep in mind if you're wanting to use a lot of rotated tables in your build but also fill them up. I did another little patch of vegetables. I didn't have that many seeds in my inventory. I was aiming to do a bigger garden, but I really could not be bothered going to grab some more seeds. I was too invested in this build, so I just did really little patches, just 4 patches. Yeah, it's not really a functional, it's more just for looks. I realized that I probably could have put, lush green trees, but I just thought that these Mythopia and Vine trees worked really well here, and I feel like it gives a lot more color and vibrance too. I feel like it would look a little bit maybe more put together if I had used green trees, but I feel like this kind of just adds to the whole atmosphere. I'm hoping that a couple more builds and I'll fill up this Plaza floating island, but honestly these are so massive, these floating islands, way bigger than I ever expected them to be. So yeah, I feel like this is going to take quite a while to fill up. My hope is that I can make it very cottagey and fairy without using the fairy houses. So sort of like this build, how it's fairy vibes without the fairy houses. I feel like it's just a taster of fairy, but I really like this style because it just feels so magical. And yeah, I just love walking around my valley and seeing lots of pretty flowers and lots of pretty colors. I did decide to use some of these the other biomes flowers, and I think they look really cute, especially because they're pink and purple. I also just added a couple of books randomly. I wasn't really sure exactly what kind of items to use. Obviously, usually when an update comes out, I'll use like update items, like sorry, not update items, but like Star Path. But obviously the Star Path's just like winter themed. So yeah, I just wanted to keep it with the theme. But yeah, I was going back and forth and thinking, should I use the new gazebo? But I did try. It looked quite weird, so yeah, I did not use that. I just put down some pink and yellow flowers. My favorite flowers to use is just pink and yellow. I feel like we have a good variety, and I feel like they just match really well. I should probably start using some other flowers other than the same 3 flowers that I use every single time, but yeah, these work so well and I don't really have to think about it. That's why I always use them. I mean, come on, they look literally good in every single build. I haven't done a build and used these flowers and they haven't looked good. And it doesn't even really matter the color scheme either. They just tend to look good. But yeah, this is quite open, obviously, because I am wanting to continue like this build and like build it out. My plan for my next build is actually to use the up house in this biome because I love that house, but it looks so silly in the main valley when you can see it from other biomes. So yeah, that is my plan. So excuse when we do the walk around and you'll see like lots of emptiness, obviously, because this is such a big biome. I did really want to add some little like harvest areas or like stall areas without using the stall skin, so I just put these little setups. I did one here and one here. The tables didn't really line up, so I just said screw it, let me just, oh yeah, that stupid thing where I can't place anything. Yeah, it's really bad, but it's still worth it to have your rotation. But yeah, I put these 2 little stall areas without using the stalls because I just feel like sometimes the stalls look a little bit weird. Anyways, here is the final walkthrough of the build. I absolutely love it so much. I'm so happy with this update. I can't believe that we get 2 updates in 2 weeks. It's just, or 3 weeks, I really cannot remember. But so close together anyways. Yeah, I'm just loving all the new items and I just feel like there's so many more options on like how to decorate and with all the rotations. So yeah, I'm just really excited for the future and doing future builds. But yeah, here's some overview shots of the build. I hope this was inspirational. Hopefully you're having fun with the new update and you can decorate your floating islands. I would love to see them, by the way. If you post them in the Discord that's linked in the description, I would absolutely love that. Okay, anyways, bye bye. Thank you so much.